Blessed love. Yeah, man.
Straight from the source.
This is Colin Michael Angus, you know, from CMA Records. I'm gonna say blessed love, man. So they I give thanks and praises, you know. I go and put in the work because the music is life and the music is the next generation. So we have to give thanks and praise and just keep putting the work because it never stop, you know. Journey continues, man. So I and I there, I will have vibe and I talk and I reason with the eye because I have to give some clarity towards the music and the mission, you know, and the purpose. Because I and I music, my music is not, I say I and you see I have a ballet, so you must know. So I and I is not a Rasta with the locks, but from the heart, it's straight Rasta because Rasta liberty is more purified and more purity, and it's more what I stand for, you know. So most people would say, why you never do reggae, straight pure reggae? Why you divert into Afrobeat, dancehall, them kind of music there? Because guess why? The Most High is working through I and I, you know. And the Most High say ones and ones before you have Bob Marley and Peter Tosh and them, and they come around Capleton, them burn a whole heap of fire, them chant a whole heap of lyrics, you know. So I and I come within myself as the Most I speak to I and say, here we go on now. Instead of coming and chant down Babylon the way there, because him will deal with Babylon in time, you know, and him will deal with Babylon the way how him will deal with Babylon in time. So him say, you know, your job right now is for just get the people together, get them to have fun, get them to dance, get them to party, get them to feel nice, joyful, pleasure, and have some fun and dance. Clean music. As long as it's clean and it don't have no derogatory things, it don't have no violence, it don't have no corruption in it, nothing what to deal with negativity, straight positivity. The Most I already give I that okay and say, yes, I do that because that is the work of the Creator. Once you're getting people together and getting people joyful and getting people to dance and party and feel good about themselves and have a good time without bringing down anyone and taking people lower than they are, you know. We have to uplift and lift people higher and make sure we know that listen is a vibe and the vibe is always here, and once you feel the vibes and you're enjoying the vibes, the Most High presence is there because the Most High presence is always where the vibes is. Anywhere you see the vibes is the right vibe is. Positivity, love, joyfulness, even with sexuality, but toned down a bit. Even that same way the Most High is there because the Most High have to do with everything with pleasure, joyful, positive pleasure. Not the things them and the negative things them and the derogatory things them what people are use and I call it pleasure. So the Most High have to come and refix back certain things. So he might use them chosen people to refix the thing in the right way, to reformulate the thing in the right way, to get the thing organized back the right way. So people can know, even people who don't go to church or people who are not Christian can know that the Most High is not necessarily telling you you have to go to church as a musician and sing about Christian songs all the time. The Most High just simply telling you, be conscious, be righteous, be pure in whatever you do, follow his footsteps, stay firm, you know, and love each other, love one another just like he love you, you know. So we have to work on that and focus on that and know, say, yeah, the mission is not fully completed yet, but we're working, you know, and we're giving thanks and praise and pushing out positivity, letting people have fun, letting people have joyful vibes, joyful energy, because that is the mission and that is the Most I work same way. So a lot of people would have a lot of questions now, you know, regarding AI, you know, artificial intelligence. So a few people question I and ask I, but we see that you do AI generated music with Mellonii, you know, because Mellonii is not a real individual. Mellonii is hybrid AI artist. And why would you choose to use an hybrid artist who is not a real person to promote instead of promoting other artists? Yes, but with CMA Records, I say CMA Records work with different people, multiple people. CMA Records work with Kal Mystikal, which is I. And Kal Mystikal released Sounds of Freedom, which is pure, natural, natural, real music, raw music coming from Kal Mystikal. Kal Mystikal collaborated with a lot of people on that album. On the Sounds of Freedom remix, like about 6 or 7 artists Kal Mystikal collaborated with, And the Lord's Prayer, Kal Mystikal collaborated with many people on the Lord's Prayer as choir, So CMA Records is diverse, and CMA Records also work with Erise on Soltar, And Erise is natural and pure. So Zion I have to say, alright then. We see AI and people classify AI and say AI is demonic, And AI is a part of the beast system. So why, as one chosen to do your work, why would you create a hybrid artist from AI, the CMB system, to promote and to push to the world? And I say AI is not the beast, AI is not the enemy, AI is not the devil. And the people need to know that. The enemy, the beast, the devil, is using AI to channel their purpose and their wishful thinking, to use it, to manipulate it, and turn it into something that it not really is. Because AI is way much bigger than people see. So the enemy tried to do that, and then people start looking at AI in a negative way because of the negativity that come around with AI. But I say AI itself is not the beast, is not the devil, is not from the beast, is not from the devil. AI itself, what people call AI, is no AI. This is all energy. Everything is energy and forces. And it's what you do with the energy, how you put out the energy, how you use the energy, how you use the force. And anyone who is using AI to do something good, to put out positive energy or positive forces, you cannot say that they are working for the beast. They must be working for the Most High, which is positive. Because once you're doing positive and love and peace and positivity, you're working for the Creator. If you're doing anything against that, you're working for the devil, which is the opposite of the Creator. So AI is the channel through which people use to do whatever they choose to and whatever they wish to. And I say we can't turn away from that because that is the Creator's thing. And the energy and the forces there is the Creator's thing. Is what energy you put inside of it. That's the result. And if you put negativity inside of AI, that's what's gonna bring out. If you put positivity inside of AI, it's gonna bring out that. And that's why I worked with Mellonii. Because Mellonii is gonna bring about a different sound. And that's why we started with Transatlantic Vibe, which is promoting culture. Naturally, Mellonii was born in Jamaica, grew up in Ghana, in Accra, Ghana. Also lived in New York where her mother lives because her mother is American, and her father is Jamaican, but also lived in Ghana as well. So we are showing culture, we are showing diversity, we are telling a story through Mellonii. And this story is coming from a far place, It's not from here. It's coming from way, way back. And with Mellonii now, Mellonii started out with Transatlantic Vibe, meaning bringing forth this vibe, this energy. And if you listen to the song, you can hear this energy and this vibe that Mellonii is bringing out to get people together, to joyful and to be nice and be good and enjoy and just all the vibes. And this is the Creator's work. So we are using AI to also to do the creator's work. We're not allowing the enemy to use AI and do all the negativity and do all the wicked work of the devil. And we sit aside and just curse AI because we know the truth and know that AI is not the devil. Because if we can use AI to not manipulate it, but naturally use it to bring forth this positive force and this positive energy that the world needs right now, then you cannot go against that, you know. So I say, I choose Mellonii specifically because there's a story that Mellonii has to tell that a lot of the musicians are not telling, and they're gonna look and see that if an hybrid artist can come and do this, and we as real people, some of us as real people, are going the opposite way. We are turning the negative way because we think that that's what sells, you know. We think negativity sells, controversy sells, and these kind of music sell. And of course it sells because people push towards that. But we are doing the most style work, so we come with a different force and a different energy. And that is why we chose Mellonii to set an example, to show that, listen, this is AI that people call the beast system, and look what it's doing. And Mellonii is gonna transform a lot of things in this industry, because real artists who are doing all kind of different music to sell, because they forget about the powerful mission of the music and the most necessary parts of the music, that the music is not just about selling, but the music is also about telling a story so the people can dwell in. And if we turn away from that, then the music has no more value, you know. So Mellonii is coming as a hybrid artist, and people are gonna look and say, this is AI, this is hybrid artist. And listen what she's doing, listen the kind of music she's doing, listen the lyrics, listen how she portrayed the lyrics, listen the story she's telling. And when people listen to that, some of the same real artists now who are doing some music where dirty and chaka chaka, you know, and claiming that they're selling because that's what sell, you know, and them get involved in all kind of negativity and all kind of thing for sell it. And when I come and I see that, I have to say, alright then, the most I speak through I and say, alright then, bring forth this little girl, this girl. And if you notice, she's mixed, you know, so she's mixed with black and white. And this is one of the key parts of her story, that she's not just a black girl, she's not a white girl, a blonde, that she looks that way, but she's also black and she's white. And she's coming about with this mission and this message that togetherness is the key, and not just togetherness, but positivity is the key. And beauty is also beautiful. She's beautiful, she's attractive, but at the same time she's showing that beauty goes a long way. It doesn't mean that because you're attractive and beautiful, you're gonna sing about skin out this and turn out this and turn around that and turn up this and turn around that. You can use elegance with your beauty. Beauty but elegant. And that is what she's bringing about. The humble legacy. Also humble luxury. She's bringing about that and showing people that this is the mission. This is the purpose. We are showing beauty. We are showing sexiness. We are showing attractiveness. But we are also showing elegance. So you can mix both of those, you know. It doesn't have to be derogatory. It doesn't have to be to be X-rated. Of course, you can go a little, but you have a limit when it comes to that, you know, because you have to remember that there are kids out there, you know, and kids have access to all these things. It's not like there's a censorship on a phone, you know. There's no full censorship on the phone. You don't know where the children are going. So when you look and you say, watch this now, if you can use Mellonii as an hybrid artist and bring forth this vibe, you showcase beauty, you showcase attractiveness, you showcase sexiness as well, you showcase elegance, you showcase culture, and you bring forth this, then you cannot turn away from AI. You have to embrace AI in that sense, in that form. And when you curse AI, you don't curse AI. You curse the ones who are manipulating it to do their evil forces and to use their evil and the wickedness. These are the ones that you should burn the fire upon. And these are the ones that the Most High is already burning the fire upon. So that's why the Most High said to I and I say, we know you can burn the fire with your music because you've been doing that for a long time. But now, turn a little to joyful fun, letting people have fun and party. I and I, as the Most High, will deal with Babylon. And I am dealing with Babylon. So you focus on what you have to do, your part, getting people joyful and fun. And let the Most High deal with Babylon. So I'm telling to all some Rastaman them who normally burn Babylon, yes, we know that. The Most High is saying to you, the Rastas them, who usually just burn Babylon, say just turn away a little now. Take on the attention of a Babylon. Him know how to deal with Babylon. Him know the right time and the right place to deal with Babylon. The Rastaman them sing about some nice love songs. Sing about some songs, some making love with your woman. And some nice song. When I say you have to go dance hall, but still go reggae, but do some nice, clean love song. And ease off of Babylon little. Because Zionai, the Most High, the Creator, is automatically is dealing with Babylon on his timing. And the Most High appreciate the work that you have done for him for so many years. Burning Babylon and chanting down Babylon from Bob Marley coming right down to Peter Tosh, to Bunny Wailer, you know, to Culture, you know, to all of them bosses there, you know, who burn Babylon in a certain way. The Most High tell the Rastas them, like you see youths like Chronics and youth like Protege and them, have more fun, have more love, you know, in your music and more. Of course, we don't have love all the time, but just ease off of Babylon little. And let him deal with Babylon. Because the fire where him deal with Babylon is a purifying fire. Which Captain them always said that from a long time. But the Most High do it in a more purified way. Because when the Most High cleanse Babylon, you know, people are going to realize and see that this is not just random. This is God's work. This is the work of the Creator. Cleansing and puring Babylon. So we leave that to the Most High. And we focus on getting people to have fun and have joyfulness, because the new world is already beginning. There's a transition, you know. The earth is going through a transition. Transitioning from the old to the new. And within that transition, we're going to see a lot of things happening around the world that we're going to question. And we're going to see some things that we also saw in the Bible. And we heard about from the scriptures, and we heard about from the pastors and the preachers and the prophets. So we're going to have a lot of questions saying, but this must be the end times, because we see a lot of things that the Bible say, you know. So the earth is going through a transition from old to new, because the new beginning is already on its way. It's already started. So all we have to do now, as the Rasta man them out there, I say, even though I am a Rasta, I tell you now, the new beginning started. So the new beginning is love, because there will be no more Babylon for us to burn and destroy, because the Most High is already dealing with Babylon. So our focus now is to focus on love songs, nice songs, party songs, all them fun songs. And by the time the Most High finish dealing with Babylon completely, then we have no more Babylon to sing about, because it's only love left on earth, you know. So no more Babylon will be around. But the Most High is dealing with that in his timing, perfectly, well perfectly. He's not forcing everything all at once, because he knows that Babylon is also his children. It's just that Babylon didn't listen, and is not listening to what he's saying and to his messages and to his signs that he's sending to them. And to tell them that wake up, stop the evil, stop the iniquity that you're doing, stop the wickedness that you're doing. So the Most High is dealing with them through his timing and with measurements, you know. So he knows exactly how to do that. So we now have to come about, leave that to the Most High to deal with, and focus on what the Most High give us to do. Have fun, have party, have a good time, joyfulness, peacefulness, positiveness, love, everything uplifting. So we do that. So even the man them who normally burn Babylon. The time has passed, because the Most High already come now to deal with Babylon, the final part of Babylon. And after that, there's no more Babylon. So we just focus on nice music, clean music. Even the movies, there are going to be no more movies like that, you know? No more movies that you see that people promote. People give all kind of awards to movies, killing movies, violence and all these things. People do all kind of awards. Look at the award show. Most of these movies that get awards are negativity. And all of that will go in the midst of Babylon being destroyed, you know. So that will go. So there will be no more of that in this new world, you know. So we have to start and realize that the transition has already begun. And we have to start from now. Not wait until everything is completely over and Babylon is gone. But we start from now. While Babylon is being destroyed, is getting destroyed. Because Babylon could have made it. Babylon could have gotten out of their wickedness. But they didn't. And they chose not to. Because they had a choice, you know. And the Most High gave them the choice. The Most High warned them a lot of times. Send all kinds of signs in the skies and all kinds of different signs. All kinds of things the Most High sent. You know. For them to wake up. But they didn't. They didn't. They continue. They also use AI to do their wickedness. And that is why people say AI is evil and AI is from the devil. So they use AI to do their wickedness. And that is why the Most High sent I, who is one of his chosen ones, to use AI to show people that AI can never be the enemy or the devil. Listen this. Blessed love. I is Colin Michael Angus from CMA Records, otherwise known as Kal Mystikal, who did Sounds of Freedom last 2 years, and also who worked with God's Chosen on Here Comes the King, which is also the message of today. We look forward to meeting the King of Kings, the Lord of Lords, the conquering Lion of the tribe of Judah, who promised over 2,000 years that he's returning and he's coming back not just for his children but for the entire world. And he's coming back to cleanse the pure and to get everything the way it's supposed to be, the way the Most High ordained it to be from the beginning of creation. So the King is coming. And that is why we did this album, you know, with the God's Chosen, female gospel reggae style, singing, Here Comes the King, Here Comes the King, Here Comes the King. That is the purpose, that is the mission. The King is here, the King is on his way. We can already say the King is here, because if you see the signs and you look around, you know the King is not just on his way, but the King is here. So wake up, children. Do not follow nothing that is bad, nothing that is negative. If you do that, you are following Babylon. And the Most High has a plan for Babylon, and you don't want to fall in that plan. So stay positive, stay righteous, and you will be on the right side. You will be on just side, the Most High side, the Creator side. And when it's all over and Babylon is completely defeated, you will be on the other side with joy, with peace, with love, with prosperity, with the King himself. You will see the King himself. You will meet the King himself. You will know that this is the man that was here 2,000 years ago. Maybe he doesn't look the same way. It's a different person than what he looks like. But you will know that this is your King. This is your Savior. This is your Creator. This is the man who manifests in the flesh, who didn't just stay in spirit so you can pray to him all the time, but wants you to see him in the flesh. And he came around 2,000 years ago. He went through a lot because of you, because of all of us. And he said, listen, I'm coming back. And he gave a lot of prophecies for us to look forward to the signs and see when he's coming back, what to look for. So we can look around now and know that the King is on his way. Here Comes the King. And that was the album that we did, you know. One of the albums we did with God's Chosen. So now, as not Kal Mystikal or God's chosen, we get into a different side. As the most I speak to I and I, you know, we get into a different side, as the producing side now, from CMA Records. And we said, okay, we go with the Afrobeat sound, the dancehall sound, but still keep it clean and positive. And then the last tip, Mellonii, which is AI. And that is I specifically chose that because the Most High already told me, use Mellonii as an hybrid AI artist to show the world that AI is not the beast or the enemy. Manners and respect. Love my brothers and sisters. Love each other. Respect each other. Care for each other. Be kind to each other. Be kind to yourself. Blessed love. One love. Yeah man, bless.
Straight from the source.